Good evening. This is the February 26, 2024 open meeting of the Auburn Conservation Commission. This is being operated as a hybrid format under Chapter 22 of the Acts of 2022. The public can join the meeting remotely by dialing 1-408-650-3123 and then using access code 942-845-549. You can join via computer at global.gotomeeting.com/join/942-845-549. Materials for tonight's meeting have been provided to the commissioners. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. My name is Michael Garland. I'm chairman of the commission. Before we begin, I have to ask if anyone is recording this meeting from the audience. Okay, there being no response in the affirmative, let me confirm all members and persons participating tonight. Megan Langley.
Present.
Michelle Colras.
Here.
Mark Sclamo.
Here.
Tom Fallon.
Here.
Okay. So please take note that anyone who wishes to speak on a matter needs to sign the sign-up sheet that Tom has. Please also note that this meeting is being recorded by Auburn Cable Television. So without further ado, the first item on tonight's agenda is a 7 p.m. public hearing. Jaja Development LLC request for determination of applicability for 24 Central Street to remove a single-car garage and construct two-family apartment buildings. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? It's a vote. All right. Is there anyone here on behalf of Jill Development?
Jay Gallery.
Please come up, please. Have a seat.
Made everybody a small sized just a point of reference.
Yep.
It's not the big one because I know it would take up too much space.
Thank you.
And you had said the word apartment buildings. These are not apartment buildings. These are townhouses.
Well, it's listed on the agenda as apartment.
Okay.
buildings.
It's going to be single family attached townhouses, which will be sold, not rented.
Okay,
Through the chair,
please.
that was a typo. That's what was discussed with
Okay.
also with Gary, the building commissioners.
All right, no worries. Okay.
You guys want one? Was it?
All right, so I don't see wetlands demarcated on this plan, sir.
There are two drawings.
I'm looking at this document, and then what I received in the mail was, it looks like a zoning map. It doesn't show wetlands, and then an old easement plan from 2008.
You don't see any wetlands on the land.
Right.
There are some across the street that me and Mr. Fallon have discussed that I wanted to just come in front of you guys, just to make sure that everybody was aware of what was going on.
Okay.
I believe Tom has submitted a GIS map.
No, that's just a parcel map. The map right now, the town GIS map doesn't have, when you set it on wetlands, it doesn't have any wetlands showing in this particular parcel here.
Okay, so the wetlands you're talking about are located across the street.
Yes.
Okay, well, ma'am, you'll have your chance. All right, so just tell us generally what your project entails and when you plan to get started.
A 14-foot driveway coming off of Central Street in the relative area of the existing garage. And it'll run back 112 feet and turn in, as you see in the lot, turn left and service two structures, single-family attached structures.
May I ask a question?
Please, wait, go ahead.
Okay, so existing house, existing garage, are these two rectangles right here, are these the proposed?
Yes,
Structures? Okay,
they meet the bylaws of the town
okay.
with the frontage and the setbacks.
So as I understand your proposal, you're gonna demolish the garage because that's how you get access to the back of the property, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And that driveway is gonna be adjacent to where the house located at 26 Central is, right?
yes.
Okay.
Another question, so this says property lines, old high water line of Auburn Pond, so this is not a current,
No, it is not.
okay, so,
The chair, yeah, this is a reason why Gary had Jay come and speak with me afterwards, because before the Auburn Mall was built, when Auburn Pond was there, this was an old, this is, I guess, a demarcation line of the water line when the pond was there, which was, when was the mall built, 72 or something?
Okay. So there are no wetlands located behind where you're proposing to do the work. The only wetlands that you believe required you to file the request for determination located across the street.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions.
one more question.
Sure, go ahead.
Just general reference, so when you say across the street, that's across Central Street, so the wetlands would be like here, okay. All right, so this Auburn Pond here, or is this something else?
Now,
here?
Auburn Pond would be to the right, and it's some distance away.
Okay.
Okay.
Wetlands are east of.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, so they're east.
Correct.
All right. Any other questions from the board? Michelle, any questions?
No, looks,
All right. So I'm going to turn it over to the audience. If you have any questions, please state your name and also your address. Yes, please.
Jill Giard, 25 Central Street. So the wetlands, there's no wetlands on the other side of the road. It's not.
Behind the house, beside my house. On 26.
Ma'am, you have to talk through me
She's 20.
to ask him a
26.
question.
She's 25. So she is the existing home at 26.
So ma'am, can you identify yourself, please?
Anne Marie Ionata.
Okay.
There is wetlands there. There are animals there. There are ducks.
Well, ma'am, you have to tell me if there are wetlands. You have to tell me where the wetlands are. And I mean, I'm aware of the wetland system across the street. I don't live very far
Oh, okay.
from that. So I guess I need to know, are you claiming there are wetlands that would affect our jurisdiction for the proposed project?
I don't know how far away he anticipates building.
Okay.
There's like demarcation of my land by posts.
Okay.
And behind those posts, probably about 50 to 75 feet is wetlands there, is water.
So if I'm looking at the plan that you also have a copy of, would they be west of your house?
East of my house.
So, okay, and would they be on the lot?
It says lot 2, where it says lot 2,
Okay. You believe there are wetlands there?
there are wetlands there.
Can you describe the wetlands to me?
Can I describe them?
Yes, ma'am.
Soggy water, soggy ground,
Okay.
and some reeds that are growing up out of the ground, and there are ducks there.
All right.
Um,
Okay. And just so we're clear, you didn't hire a wetland specialist to look at the property, did you?
Yes, I have.
You did. Do you have a report from them?
They looked at the same map and we had a conversation about it. He said, there's no need for us to do a report. The wetlands are 200 feet from your property.
I'm going to err on the side of caution here. I think I haven't been out to the property. I'd like to take a look. So, if you're available, and you don't have to be there,
No, I'd like to be there.
then, I can do a site walk on Saturday morning if you're available.
I am,
Okay, 9:00?
9:00.
Okay, and therefore you agree to continue the public hearing in this matter until March 12th, which is our next meeting?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Is there a motion to continue the public hearing for J. Jill Development to March 12th at 7 PM, Tom?
I'm sorry, 7:05. I have a 7 already on 7:05.
So moved?
Okay,
Mr. Garland,
Yes, sir.
I believe she had a question that she didn't get to ask.
Oh, no, I think I was just wondering, because I thought it was kind of back over there, like, and I haven't gone all the way back behind your house, but
Yeah,
just
you
walking
can.
down the side of the
But behind,
sidewalk, it seems like, I thought it was closer to where that little canal. you know,
so
where you call it that
behind the
house over
existing home is a slope. There's the water from rainwater and condensation and whatnot runs downhill.
sure.
So down where it says roughly, the number 185. Right? It's about 35 feet off of Central Street.
Mhm.
The water does get down to that point, but it's not wetlands.
Where
Okay,
is,
Oh, well,
where is this? I'm sorry. 185,
The number 185, I didn't,
okay.
number 185.
Right under property lines, on high water line.
all right. There's a motion to continue the public hearing to March 12th at 7:05. Is there a second? Okay. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Just right.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, it's your vote. All right, thank you for coming. We'll see you Saturday at 9:00.
Saturday, 9:00.
Yes, sir.
Just want to meet in front of the garage. The existing garage is a little opening there.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so for those in the audience, we've continued the public hearing to March 12th, and we're going to take a look on Saturday at 9:00. The next item on our agenda is the 7:05 public hearing. Michael Marinus of Insight Engineering and Osa McTapp for property at 47 Rockland Road. The motion to open.
So moved?
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, it's a vote. Sir,
Good evening.
good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
This is the owner of the property. Ralph.
Right.
Well, since our last meeting, I don't know, would you like me to go back to the beginning because it's been some time, or would you like?
I think what I'd like to know is whether through your negotiations with either the planning board or the ZBA, you've made any changes to your plan.
We've made changes to the plan to address engineering comments.
Are you going to pave the road?
No,
You're not going to pave the road.
that's not our intention at this time.
Okay. And so in other words, for you to get approval to go forward with your project, you don't need to pave the road.
It's not, I'm not aware of the need. No, we
Okay.
have not been requested to. I have addressed all the engineering comments received to date, and that was not part of the
Okay.
discussion.
Can you, if you can enlighten me, what changes have you made then to address their concerns?
We had to increase the size of the stormwater detention system,
Okay,
among other minor things.
That was
Happy
my-
to go through in detail, but that was the
that was
primary biggest
concern.
thrust.
Okay, and is that shown on a plan?
Yes, I submitted drawings to the town engineer, and I have them here as well.
Okay,
If you'd like me to go through in
I'd like
detail, I
to-
can.
I'd like to have a copy for our file.
Sure. So this is the erosion control plan, which you can see, and this is the stormwater management plan, and there's also a report associated with it. This has more detail on the stormwater management plan and the size of the system.
I'd like to make ask a question through the chair.
Sure.
Thank you. I spoke to Emma Williamson, the town engineer.
Yes.
And her thought was, she believed because this was in a floodplain, so close to the brook there, that that would need to be paved just because in the event there was a massive a major flooding event, like a 50 or 100-year storm, that gravel road would completely wash away.
Well,
Be rendered useless.
understood. The gravel road has been there for quite some time. The owner is aware of the concern and the need to maintain it if necessary.
Mhm.
But we don't want to impact the wetlands and the floodplain any more than you do. So the owner is happy with the way that it's working,
Okay.
understands the quote unquote risk, but does not have plans on to do anything within the floodplain.
All right, any questions?
So do we have like some sort of narrative or like, I don't know, do we need like a letter from the engineer showing that all of the issues have been addressed?
I mean, have we received anything in writing from,
We haven't. The last conversation I had with Emma was this was probably a couple of weeks ago, was just about, because that was so close to the brook and because being in a floodplain,
I understand.
her thoughts were that she thought they would want to pave it because we didn't have a major flood event, it would wash away.
All right,
Yeah, we have not received anything in writing from her either.
I mean, I would definitely want to see that and have some time to like review those before we issue it.
all right.
We have additional copies if that's helpful. Smaller copies, that's the full size.
So
We have,
that's all
we
right.
have some.
You mind, I'm just gonna take a couple,
Sure.
I work in
Yep.
professional services, so I can just make
Yep.
sure I can use it.
Everything was submitted electronically.
Excellent.
So,
I'm sure you got the right one.
Yeah, we got an erosion
The last-
control plan, there's a,
Okay, so you got both. Okay, great, thank you. You can have that one.
so Tom, did you get the impression from Ms. Williamson that she was gonna submit a written comment or response?
No, she just, we just talked about the site. She was just curious, like, as far as what was the plan as far as going forward with the road in there. I'm looking at the date here. I'm just trying to remember if it was before this was done.
Yeah, because,
Not.
I mean, there's a notation, town comments, 2/13/25.
I received an acknowledgement from her on February 20th. Just that she received.
Okay, but no comments, right?
Correct.
I mean, we've been out to the site a number of times. I think we're well aware of the location of the brook to the gravel road. I mean, I know certainly if there is a substantial storm event, it could lead to a washout of the paved or the gravel road into the wetland area. That would trigger an enforcement action on our part. So, gentlemen, as long as you're aware of that, maybe it's not a likely event, but the possible event. I mean, I'm basically satisfied with what has been submitted. But I'm happy to, consider any other comments.
I just feel like in the past, it's kind of been the standard if there were concerns going back and forth between like town engineering.
But we don't have any.
I thought that, and then again, it's been a while since we looked at this, but that
Sure.
there were some ongoing conversations.
Mhm.
So I guess I don't know, I haven't been privy to any of those. It's just like if they literally say, I don't know.
I think everyone was aware of it. No one made any comments back what. So I think we're kind of good to go.
I don't know what, I don't
They
know. what's
addressed
going on.
everything that they need to address.
Well, I mean,
But I don't know.
do you want to take another look at the site? Is that what you're saying?
I just want to know that that I'm being told secondhand that the town engineer is good to go with this.
Right, I understand that.
So I would like for it to not be secondhand. Is that, I feel like that's a standard thing we have where the town engineer will just say like, yes, this, like, that are, or like when, like we get comments on like groundwater plans or things like.
I understand that, but the problem here is that, if she has concerns, they have not been put in writing. I mean, she's had, I
So
think,
there were no written concerns. This was
No,
all just,
I will say she had comments and we responded to them.
okay,
So that doesn't mean that she might not.
which I have not seen.
There's an undated, land disturbance permit review letter. It's a 4-page letter that I responded to. There's no date to this.
Can I see it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. I'll make sure we get it back.
so I guess it's like, if he responded to that, then I would want to see her response to his comments and if she was satisfied with that.
Well, this is her response.
Okay, I thought you were saying
No,
that was
that-
your response.
That's her response to our initial
Okay.
submission. And then I revised the plans as I described to you to increase the stormwater management
Okay,
system. Submitted that with a detailed letter on the 20th or the 17th. Just received an acknowledgement from her on the 20th, and there's been no correspondence since.
So basically, we did everything she asked for.
Correct. We did everything she asked for.
so would that be a standard, like, they submit it, and if we don't hear anything more from the town engineers, we assume that everything's good?
So I'm looking at this, and she has some journal comments, and I see handwritten notes. And I'll just read into the record. The gravel driveway access road is located within a flood zone and conveys truck traffic. The gravel driveway's proximity to Kettlebrook poses a high washout potential. Please provide information regarding plans to prevent washout, sediment transport, impacts to wetlands, loss of access for trucks, and or frequent maintenance. Response to comments 1 and 2, the existing culvert is not proposed to be modified. The owner is aware of the existing roadway flood condition. And then she wrote in bold writing, the response does not address the sediment transport and impacts to wetlands/floodplain concerns. And then there are that seems to be our primary concern after number 2. So did you respond to her concern on this letter regarding the potential for, potential washout condition?
Yeah, my response was that, just what I had spoken, said we don't anticipate doing anything. We don't want to pave the road. We don't want to fill the wetlands. We don't want to encroach any further on the wetlands. We feel that the gravel road as is, has been there for years, is stable. It's never washed out to any significant degree, and the owner is content with maintaining it as necessary.
This is just my suggestion, and the board can vote on this. I'd like to see a specific response from Ms. Williamson to this. I mean, you're making an oral representation, and that's fine, and I'm not downing your word, sir, but I need to see something in writing from her telling me that she's satisfied.
Sure.
Okay? And so for that reason, what I'd like to do, with your permission, is to continue this to our next meeting on March 12th. And what we'll do in the interim is we'll get in touch with her. I will specifically get in touch with her, and I will ask her to comment on this specifically, if that's agreeable to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I guess our concern or our viewpoint is that we don't want to fill in the wetlands.
No, well, we don't want to.
Usually these type of boards would not encourage filling the wetlands. So why would we?
No, but you're missing our point. Our point is that in the event of a storm event,
Right.
a serious storm event, there could be a
Understood.
washout. And,
Understood. Our
Yeah.
point is that it hasn't happened in the past. So why would it be a concern? But
because, please,
Well, so just to be clear, the paving the road would not be filling in the wetlands, or stabilizing the road would not be filling in the wetlands. So we're definitely not proposing that anyone fill in the wetlands
so it's not.
whatsoever.
So bringing material in on top of the existing paved area is not considered filling the wetlands?
If fill does not go in the
You're proposing to do that?
No, I'm asking a question.
Okay.
Filling the wetlands or fill, I don't, like, if you're not putting fill material in the actual wetland,
Let's call it maintain.
Well, if the board wants us to pave the road and the town wants us to pave the road, we will pave the road. It is not our intention to pave the road.
No, and I'm not suggesting that you have to do that. I just want assurance that we are trying to avoid a worst-case scenario. And in fact, for larger projects, engineers often will do scenarios for 50 or 100-year storms. That's standard. And I'm not suggesting you need to do that in this case. All I'm suggesting to you is that I want some assurance, or I want confirmation from Ms. Williamson that she is satisfied that
That's fine.
leaving the road as is will not result in any sort of adverse impact on the adjacent brook. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, no problem, absolutely.
Okay.
The only thing we were told is that we could maintain it
Yep,
and keep the road flush, level, and compacted.
right. And the
We're
only,
fine with that,
Right.
but we just need direction of what they want.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to get. So with your permission, then we'll continue the public hearing to March 12th, which is our next meeting at 7:10.
that assumes we'll get comments back by then. If not, we'll ask for a continuance.
Yes, and
Okay.
I don't see, I think this is a pretty simple matter to resolve, so
Okay.
I anticipate that that's what will happen.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Right, thank you for permission.
Thank you.
And I'll take a motion, please.
Motion to continue the hearing, the 7:05 hearing to the March 12th meeting.
Okay, at 7:10.
7:10, yeah.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 It's a vote. Okay. The next matter on our agenda is 7.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll see you in a few weeks. The next matter on our agenda, 7:10 public hearing. Dealerson Batista, request determination of applicability for 470 Rochdale Street. Is there a motion to open?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
It's a vote. All right. Good evening, sir. So apparently you provided us with a plan.
We had the plan.
So this is a plan that you actually had done over the summer?
Yes, the engineer did this plan so we could build a septic system,
Right.
and yeah,
Yeah, this is what we were looking for the last time.
yes.
Okay,
If I could speak,
please.
the chair.
Sure.
So the last map from last meeting basically showed that first well, that it's going to be decommissioned there. So this map actually shows you, I believe this first one is actually just the old cistern, I believe it is, or something, but they're gonna decommission, both of these are gonna be decommissioned. The new well is proposed, which looks like it's down here on the bottom, and the new septic system is to the right of the driveway where the house is, away from the pond in the back there.
Got it.
Can you point that out on the?
On the-
So new well,
So,
new septic.
a big copy I should swallow, just so you can see.
Okay.
Because that small sketch we had,
How
we
far
showed
were
the
you?
first one, you couldn't even see that one, which is
Oh.
good. So now they can see everything. They can see that this is fat.
What, you want to know what the scale is?
Yeah.
It's a 20 scale. So you're,
Oh, there it is.
yeah, so you're at least, what do you think?
Thirty.
80 feet.
On the, through the chair, on the back of that page I gave you, I kind of blew up that picture a little bit, just, it's not as detailed as the full size.
Right.
Gives you more.
Okay.
And so when you're, hold on a second. I mean, the septic is substantially farther away.
Limit of more.
We can talk about it.
Okay.
Sir, aside from this plan, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I think it's pretty clear on the plan.
I would tend to agree. Okay, in that case, is there a motion to close?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, it's a vote. Thank you for coming in. We will render a decision this evening.
Thank you.
Give me a call in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so for Mr. Batista, is there a motion?
I kind of want to look at the plans together.
Sure, of course.
A big copy.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is the whole new septic over here?
New septic, decommissioned wells,
Oh, okay.
and then this is the new well.
So, where, I feel like, okay. Where's they put in stuff about erosion control stuff, but I can't like exactly see where it is in there. I mean, they have a diagram of it, but
Mhm.
I can't tell where it is on, I guess this is, I don't know, it's called.
Well, I mean,
I think that is it.
Cause that's is there like a legend?
I'm sure there is a legend. Or not.
Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
there's-
Hay bale silt fence,
Yeah.
okay,
So that is it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm pretty good with that.
Okay. So if that is the case, is there a motion?
I make a motion, we issue a negative determination for
470 Roosevelt
470
Street?
Roosevelt Street.
Sure. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, it's a vote. Okay, the MACC conference is this Saturday. I think for those of you who haven't gone, I think you'll find it to be very informative. You know, and it has a good lunch, so enjoy that.
It does.
We have requests for two certificates of compliance. One is 26 Southbridge Street at Polar Beverages, and the other is 65 School Street. So I'm thinking we're gonna go out on Saturday to look at 24 Central Street. We can swing by Southbridge Street and School Street, I think, after that.
Through the chair, the conference starts at 9 o'clock on Saturday.
Oh.
I thought of that.
Right.
I thought of that with the 24.
Okay. So, Michelle, are you around on Saturday?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry. No.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, our next meeting isn't until March 12th, so we could do it. I can meet him, I'll meet him at 9 on Saturday at 24 Central Street. It's just down the road from my house, so that's not a problem. And then,
I might be here. If I am, I might try and stay home this weekend. So I will check that out.
Change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. So I will try and we'll see what happens. I'll give you a call one way or the other and let you know.
Okay, that's
Okay.
very good.
All right.
We don't have minutes for the last meeting?
I do not have them prepared. I'm going to have them for the next meeting.
Okay, no problem. Is there any new business?
I know we were talking about possible things for the town warrant. Is that something that can be discussed outside of the meeting, or do we need to discuss that inside of the meeting? Because I don't know what the rules are on that.
We could,
Well, I think it has to be discussed during the meeting, but the warrant's not, the submissions, what's the deadline for submissions?
it's,
March 14th?
yes, I think so, yeah, we have time.
So we can do it at our next meeting,
Okay.
okay?
And even if it doesn't make it on the May one, can always go on the fall one. It's just something to think
Yeah.
of, you know?
And
Okay.
so if you have some specific ideas, by all means, share them with us.
Okay.
What is this, guys?
We're talking about the town warrant, it would be changes to the town bylaws.
Oh,
And, obviously, one of the things we're concerned about is just the presence of invasives and efforts to eradicate them, not we being the worst, but not the only invasive species that we deal with. So,
And I do have another one that I want to discuss too. So should I just to like discuss those on the agenda for next time? Should I just send them to Tom and
Yeah,
have him
by
put
all
them
means.
on?
we can include them under other business.
Okay.
That would be great.
Cool.
Excellent. If there's nothing else, then is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Anyone?
Second.
Bueller? Okay. All those in favor say aye?
Aye.
Bye.
All right, it's a vote. All right, everyone, thank you very much, and we'll be in touch.
Bye.
Bye.